Hi guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. How are you today? I hope you are well, that you're happy, that you're safe. And we have turned from a violent rainstorm into snow. So I have some candles lit, some lights glowing in here to try and brighten up this room just a little bit so I can film this month's Birthstone Collab. I do this collab with a bunch of ladies whose links I will have down below. It is Andrea, Nona, Kimberley, Jammie, Tracy, Sherry, Tara. So those are the people in the Birthstone Collab besides myself. And we just do a look based on that month's birthstone. This month is a special month because June has 3 birthstones. I thought I should prime my eyes. Weird, I know. So June has 3 birthstones. Sometimes there's 2 in a month, but in June there are 3, and I was interested to know why they have 3. Well, it doesn't really say why they have 3, but it does say the main reason why some months have multiple birthstones is because various ancient stones are too rare, and so they have replace those rare birthstones with more common or stones that have gemstones that have been found recently versus a long time ago. So that's the reason why they have multiples. Doesn't explain why June has 3, but it does explain why some months have more than 1. In June we have Alexandrite, Moonstone, and Pearl. Now I didn't mention them in any specific order. So I'm just mentioning them because that's how I have them on my sheet to talk about. Let me put some lip gloss on. My lips are dry. And I'm just using my Tower 28 in Fearless. It's really hydrating, so I like to use it. Okay, I will be using a couple of different palettes. I will be using the So Jaded palette, which is a ColourPop and Kathleen Lights collab. I will be using this palette mostly. That's what it looks like. I purchased this a few months ago, and this is the first time using it, so I'm kind of excited. I'm going to take my Precious just to set my primer. So the Alexandrite gemstone, we're going to talk about that first. It is considered the rarest gemstone of all birthstones, which I found very interesting. In fact, I don't think I had ever really heard of an Alexandrite until I was looking at what the birthstones were for this month. And the Alexandrite is thought to bring luck, good fortune, and love. In Russia, it is considered to be a stone of a very good omen. That's terrible English. Basically, in Russia, they believe that if you have an Alexandrite, it is a good omen. It is believed to bring balance in the interaction between the physical world and the unmanifested spiritual or astral world. So these are the metaphysical beliefs of the stone. I am going to take this shade right here called Amethyst, and I am just going to put it in my crease. It's said that the Alexandrite will help balance one's emotional state. It will provide confidence and increase self-esteem in order for the person to bring about change in their life. It's also said to bring happiness and success and to intensify feelings of love and sensuality. Well, you go, Alexandrite. This was pretty interesting that I learned about the Alexandrite. The Alexandrite, if it is over 1 carat, it is more valuable than a sapphire, a ruby, or an emerald. But if an Alexandrite is below 1 carat, it's more expensive than both rubies and diamonds. Can you believe that? I didn't think there was anything more expensive than a diamond, but an Alexandrite is if it's a small stone. So that a really unique quality about the Alexandrite is that it changes colors depending on its light source. So in daylight, it looks green, and under incandescent light, it looks red. So I think that is pretty dang cool. Now, the Alexandrite was discovered in the Ural Mountains of Russia within the emerald mines that are up there. And it has kind of a unique backstory. It is legend that it was discovered in 1834 by the Finnish mineralogist Niels Gustav Nordenskjöld. I hope I said his name right. He named it Alexandrite to honor the future Tsar of Russia, Alexander II. And part of that folklore is true in that it was first identified by Nordenskjöld, but around 1831, Count Lev Alexievich Perovsky named the gem Alexandrite. So it was identified by Nordenskjöld, but Perovsky was the one who named it Alexandrite. So it's got some history to it. Some claims of fame that do not belong. Okay, so let's move on to the Moonstone. Now, I was like, we really have a gemstone called a Moonstone? I didn't realize it wasn't an actual rock from the moon, because I'm not the brightest star in the sky sometimes, and that's what I was thinking it was, but it's not. It is believed that the Moonstone is the stone for new beginnings. It is the stone of inner strength, inner growth and strength. It soothes emotional instability and stress and stabilizes emotions, provides calmness, enhances intuition, promotes inspiration, success, and good fortune in love and business matters. So it kind of goes hand in hand with Alexandrite in the love department. So if you have Alexandrite and you have a Moonstone, you're good in the love department. So all you June babies out there, make sure you have all 3 of your gemstones, because trust me, it only gets better. Moonstones are believed to be named for the bluish-white spots that are within the stone, that when you hold it up to a light, it projects kind of a silvery play of color, somewhat like moonlight does. Moonstones come in a range of colors. They come in yellow, gray, green, blue, peach, pink, and sometimes they display a star or a cat eye within the stone. So my question is how do you know it's a Moonstone? Is it because of... Well, it wouldn't, because they say it sometimes displays a star or a cat eye, not one or the other. So how do you know what's a Moonstone versus just a stone? Moonstone is a sodium, potassium, aluminum silicate of the feldspar group that displays a pearly and opalescent schiller. So I guess that's really how you know it. It does have a pearly and opalescent shiller, which I find to be interesting because the third stone is a pearl. And here we have a moonstone that gives off that same opalescent look that a pearl and an opal does. In fact, when I saw the pictures, I was like, oh, it's a pearl. Oh, it's an opal. And they were all moonstones. So I'm not sure how you tell, except by breaking it down, you know, chemically. So that was the only answer I could come up with for how do you know it's a moonstone versus just another stone. The moonstone was named by Pliny, who was the Roman natural historian, and he wrote that the moonstone's shimmery appearance shifted with the phases of the moon, which I think is a very romantic way to view a moonstone. Okay, I am taking this shade right here called Garnet, and I'm just darkening up this outer V. Now the pearl, we all know a pearl or two in our life. The pearl signifies faith, charity, and innocence. It enhances personal integrity, and it helps to provide focus to one's attention. Maybe I need to start wearing a pearl more. It is also known as the stone of sincerity, which I had never heard before, and I think that is beautiful. It brings truth to situations and loyalty to a cause, not to a person, but to a cause. The pearl is the only gemstone that we have that's made from a living creature. Okay, I am going to take the shade Alexandrite right here. It's a purple. It's a purple. Now, I had read somewhere that the different colors, during the color shifts, it can pull, purple. So I will go with it, but I was surprised that that's the shade they picked when it's a green to red shift, and those are such a popular eyeshadow at the moment. But because it's called Alexandrite, I'm going to use it. So how mollusks or clams make pearls is they deposit layers of calcium carbonate around microscopic irritants, and it's believed that those irritants are usually particles of sand that get into their shell. Any mollusk can make a pearl, but it's only two groups of bivalve mollusks that can make mother of pearls that create that iridescent nacreous pearls. And the mother of pearl, I would venture to say, is probably the most precious pearl that one could have, that or the black pearl. But the black pearl is usually made with the assistance of man. Very rare is it found out in the wild. Is it made naturally? It's usually cultivated, which means that humans have interfered with the creation of the pearls. Now, pearls are very soft and they're sensitive to extreme heat and acidity. They're definitely ones that you want to savor versus have, around on your finger in the kitchen where you could get acid of any kind, including calcium. Calcium tends to break down pearls as well. Perfectly round pearls that are naturally made are very uncommon, and that is why the word pearl is used to that we use to associate something or someone that is rare or valuable. That's why I said we all know a pearl. Okay, I'm going to take the shade here, Moonstone, and I am going to see if I can tap it on the inner corner. I have Alexandrite on my forehead now. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to put that over the top of Alexandrite. Yep, that's what I want to do. Cultured freshwater pearls, so those that have human intervention, they can be dyed yellow, green, blue, brown, pink, purple, or black. Black pearls, which are mostly, like I said, cultured, because they are so rare, they aren't actually black, but rather green, purple, blue, or silver. Now, the finest pearls that are around have a natural reflective luster, making them appear to be a creamy white with an iridescent sheen that casts many colorful hues. So when you look at a pearl, you have golds, you have pinks, you have purples, you have blues, you have those beautiful iridescent shifts, which I just think pearls and opals are stunning because of those different reflectives. So today I'm using this purple shade right here. It is called Mermaid Pearl. So it's a little different than your normal pearl and I thought I'd tap it right in there. It looks like I might have to build Moonstone back up. So that's some information that I found out about the different stones this month. I find that birthstones are very interesting, and the reason why, how they were discovered, what the metaphysical belief in the stones are, how they got named, what their composition is. I find it all fascinating. So I hope you don't mind that I give you a few factoids about them. I like that. All right, I took a little bit of emerald, not a lot, just a tap of emerald, and I put it just on the outside part of my lower of my lid, and then I just kind of blended it in because I kind of wanted that greenish green to red shift, and not that I'm going to get that shift, but at least I have some representation there. So I like it. My look is a little different than I planned, so let me go do the rest of my face, and I will be right back with my June birthstone look. All right, guys, so this is my final look for June's birthstones, where I wanted to incorporate all three of the birthstones, give them some love, and I think I did okay. I have Alexandrite on underneath Moonstone on my lid, and then I put ColourPop's Hi Ho in my inner corner and on my brow bone. This is described as a pearl with multi-dimensional glitter. That's what it looks like. And so I just did that really lightly. I did take that garnet down onto my lower lash line along with Surfer Babe. I put Surfer Babe down first and then dusted that garnet over just to kind of give it a little bit of a red-green purpley shift. So I think it looks okay. It was a shot in the dark, and I think it turned out okay. And then I used my Becca's Moonstone highlighter on my cheek. Of course, I did try to take it down on my cheeks just to give it a little shimmer, but it was a little too gold, so I just went back over it with my marshmallow blush that I'm panning. And that's it. So this is my look. I actually really like it for it going somewhere that I didn't expect it to go. I think it turned out rather well. So yeah, different but good. I had in my mind what it was going to do, and it didn't do that, but I like it. I'll take it. Make sure you go check out the others who are doing this. They are amazing ladies, and I love each and every one of them to pieces. I'm just glad that they're in my life. Please take good care of yourself. Be safe, be smart, and I will talk to you soon.